What's up, who we got in here right now? We got one person in here. How you doing? Waiting for people to now. We got two. How's everybody doing? What's everybody working on this week? Now we got three. Somebody say hi in chat. It's real easy. Just go like that. Case audio's messed up. I don't know if anybody got to see. We got to start the car up this week. It was pretty exciting for me anyway. I hope you guys liked it. Phil and his lady came over and helped us. It's pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Is everybody just going to sit there in silence? Boy. There he is. How you doing, Chris? Yeah, man, I was pretty excited about it. Yeah, I was telling Gorney, I said it sounds like Hot for Teacher on the beginning from Van Halen. His big block does too. He's got a nice one. Was it 39 Chevy? That was a sweet car. I appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, 38. I couldn't remember if it was a 38 or a 39, but that's a sweet car. I wanted to ask him. I got to go back and look at the video again. I was wondering if those were center squirters he had. I wonder if those were what kind of carburetor he had on top of that tunnel ram. Yo, what's going on, Chevelle Ranch? How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was like, I had the spark on the engine, no problem. I had it, but I was struggling that I had one of those primer balls. I was still struggling to get the gas into the carburetor. And Chop Shop Phil, I don't know if you guys remember him from last week. He was on here. He lives about 10 minutes away. Him and his lady came over and they helped us. I struggle to remember names. I believe her name was Amy. So if you're here, Phil, straighten me out. I think it was Amy. Man, I don't know, man. I'm still at a pretty rough stage, but I am getting closer. I'll admit, the wiring harness is in the house. I just got a few more things to do here on the sheet metal. I'm going to order some patches maybe this weekend. I want to try to patch those front fenders because they're really bad. The one on the driver's side where I put the hood pin, it's mostly all mud. So the whole car's brand new metal, and I got a muddy front end. But it is what it is. I mean, it's what I had here at the house. And like I was saying the last couple of weeks, it come out pretty good for not having anything during the pandemic when you couldn't get anything. So it's like, let me see if I can make it work and not have to buy new stuff. How you doing, Dale? How's it going? That Camaro quarter panel work come out really nice, man. Really nice job, brother. I was checking that out a few days. What was it, last week? Cool. That's my new thing. I put a video or a picture up on Facebook. Instead of hitting a like button, I've been putting this picture of me with my thumb up, messing with all my friends on there. It's pretty funny. Thank you, Lynn. Larry, appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, I was really happy with it. Come out really, really good. Sounded nice. I was happy. Like I said, I was happy Phil come over because he's the one that said, let's just put the gas in a funnel. And he got my electric tape and he taped the funnel on there. and his wife started pouring gas in, and it lit right off. Man, it was great, man. It was fun to have somebody from YouTube actually show up and come over and help out. That was awesome, man. That was a lot of fun. I love meeting new people, especially car people. Yeah, he sure was. His 56 is sweet too, Chris. Let me tell you, man, that thing it's a nice car. I mean, he's got a 383 stroker. I think he said it was 4-speed Muncie in there. That thing is just, it sounds wicked. I heard him coming down the street. I was already opening up the side gate when I heard the car. I said, that's got to be Phil. Yeah, it is nice. Very clean. Um, Let me see. It isn't, if you go to my page or my channel, I got a link in my channel description. All right. Let me see. Let me go on there right now. Let's see. That's not it. Is that how your name is on Facebook, Lynn? Maybe if I put that. It's not coming up. Oh, wait a minute here. Anyway, is okay. Is there a J name in front of it? Because I'm trying to. Okay, let me see. Go back here. Is there a couple kids as your profile? A little boy and a girl. I keep putting it on there and it's coming up as a Jamie or something. Hey man, you got to work on your stuff too. You got to find time, Chevelle Ranch. It's like I was buzzing right along on this thing, and then I had to stop and start helping the wife down there at that other house. So I still make time to work on this once or twice a week, make a video. Actually, I got out here like 3 times last week. My video got a little long in the tooth, I thought, but and then since I can't put up 2 and 3 videos a week, I started, hey, let me do live. Let me talk to everybody, find something to do, doing something with the car, even if it's just talking about it, get you excited about it. I'll tell you, all this sheet metal work, it was really dragging on me. Okay, I'll try to send it if, let me see. I sent you a message right now, Lynn, if it's you. If it's not you, it's I sent a message to somebody on Facebook. I looked. I did. I looked. I did. I just sent a message. We'll see if it's you. I don't know. Huh? Happy Friday. Wow. Still on a chassis jig? I hear you, Dale. I mean, I don't like having excuses, but man, sometimes I'm so tired. I just like The Walking Dead. Like all last week when I was making the video. I mean, I come out one night and I just hooked up the coil. Come out the next night, set up the fuel stuff, checking for spark, making sure that I had that starter set up right. Because I never bolted up the mini starter before. I mean, I got up in there and looked the best I could. It looked like about the size of a paper clip. I guess they want half of that or bendix to come out and about half of it to go into the flywheel. And then I wasn't thinking. It's like, okay, I let off, but it kind of stays there. But I'm not thinking. I'm like, you know what? The inertia of the flywheel turning will boot the boot it back. So that was the only thing that was holding me up. I was overthinking it and I was really tired, but it come out good. It works well. Yeah. There you go. You found me right away. Well, I sent a I sent a message to somebody. I sent it wasn't the right Lynn. Oh boy. They had a maple leaf, like the third thing down was a maple leaf. And I'm like, well, maybe that's a chance that it might be you. But welcome there. Now you know my name. If you want to friend me on Facebook, friend me on Facebook. My name's Brian. I in mine, Chris, I got 456 gears. Really, really, really aggressive ratio for when I go to the track. That's why I chose the 5-speed transmission. Yeah, because I mean, even though it's a big block, to get the RPMs down, my Alan, my from 8 and 9 rears, my rear end guy, he built it for me. You know, we did the equations on the computer to make sure that it would, you know, I could get the RPMs down, and with a 5th speed, yeah. All right. Hey, listen, Lynn. Yeah, that'd be great. You can even post them in the gasser site. Everybody's real shy about putting pictures in there. I don't mind, you know, but yeah, you can send them by message, or you can just post the car photos up there in there and show everybody what you got. You know, that'd be cool. Now, did you and Larry, did you guys build the cars yourself? Cool. See, that's awesome stuff, man. That's pretty cool. You know, didn't even have a garage, but you guys made it happen. That's awesome. Yo, Dave from Scott Rods, how's it going, brother? Thanks for coming over and checking us out. I appreciate it. I love your channel, dude. I'm gonna put you up there on my featured channels on my thing when I get a minute. I really dig your car, man. You're really coming. It's really coming together, brother. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, Dale. You got to respect it too. Hey, there he is. What's up, Mister Fiano? How we doing, brother? You're welcome, Scott Rods. I don't know if you guys check out Scott Rods, man. He's been building a heck of a Chevrolet up there. What year is that, Dave? It's a 37, 36. That's what it is. 36. It's a really cool car. I I like your format. I try to do the same thing. I can't work on mine every single day, but I like to bring everybody along every step of the way. So it's like you feel like you're actually maybe not helping build it, but you get to see, exactly what everything takes. The littlest thing like that, like your lights, to get them straightened out and put a modern bulb in there. I mean, that's cool stuff, man. That's cool, Lynn. At least his tools fit. All right, can't wait to check it out, dude. Cool. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to bring my GoPro down to that old house I'm working on and show you guys the craziness of it. What I'm doing. I mean, there's still knob and tube in that house, and I'm getting it all out. But it's not easy fishing wires in a house that was built in 1926. Let me tell you. And I ain't no electrician, man. Hey, Gasser Dave, how you doing, man? Hey, I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, yeah. I'm actually my niece might come over and help me one of these days, and we're going to make a condensed version to show everybody how easy, even if it's on an engine stand, on blocks on the floor, or in a car, how easy you can start up a carbureted engine, fuel, air, and spark. I was the night I just checked the spark. I just put a little bit of starting fluid in there right away, man. It was ready. It wants to rumble. Can't wait. I made a video. It was early in March or something. The engine had been fired up before. I had it down in an engine shop on a dyno. If anybody wants to go back and check that out. I mean, I got the spec sheet in the house. It made 500 horsepower at 5,700 RPMs, and then the valve started floating open a little bit, and maximum torque was at 4,100 RPMs, and it made 510 foot-pounds of torque. So I feel like that with a manual transmission going to 456 gears, if the tires bite, I should be able to party with everybody. If not, I'm just going to sit there and spin. I'm going to have fun either way. Oh, you finally got the carburetor to stop leaking? What was it, about 2 weeks ago, we thought the problem was solved, and then you went in there and he had a pile of gas on the floor. I thought right away, I bet you that thing's leaking on him again. Uh-oh. Gasser Dave put me on mute. That's hilarious. Yeah. I wanted the Richmond Chevelle Ranch, but I couldn't afford it. And that's not a regular Tremec. It's a TKO 600. They claim it'll handle 500 horsepower, but you know what? After the car's done, if I crack it in half, by then maybe I'll have enough money for a Richmond. We're not gonna worry about that, brother. It'll be all right. Well, you say it's useless, man, but I'll tell you what, you could use it to light them tires up if all you want to do is make smoke. I'm old. That's going to be half my thing, making smoke. I have to go in and get the spec sheet, Chevelle Ranch. I got it. I got it in the house in the folder. The exact what I could give you for exact, I don't remember. I just remember Alan from my 8 and 9 rear shop. Me and him looked it up. Anything with any automatic with an overdrive or a 5-speed transmission or higher would be fine. I know that when I hit the high gear in it, it's supposed to drop the RPMs down 1,800, something like that, 70 mile an hour. Plus, I got a really tall tire on there. I got a 30-inch tire on there, and I got plenty of room to go up. I can go higher if I need to. It is what it is, man. My buddy Guy, he's got a 68 Camaro, and he's got 488s, and he can cruise. He's got the 5-speed. He's got the 5-speed Tremec in it, and he's got a 427 big block. And he says he has no problems. He said he's actually thinking about dropping it down to 456s, but his 488s are fine. So, you know, you talk to one guy, he'll tell you one thing. You talk to another one, he'll tell you something else. I'll see what it does when it's on the road and make adjustments from there, I guess. Yeah, like I said, Dale, I got 30-inch tires on the back. Tell her you need that in your life. You got to have the next one in the stable, Dave. You got to tell her, say, look, I don't know how it'll work out for you, but we could all try to talk her into it if you want to bring her over to the computer. I wish you were closer. I could talk her into sewing me some nice leather seats and accessories like you're getting, man. She's got some skills, that girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Fiano. You're a lucky man in many ways. Mine used to be pretty strict, but she's calmed. She's mellowed in her years a little bit and lets me get a little more stuff now. You know, all the we knocked all the big stuff out of the park. We got the boy through school and out on his own. So damn, everybody's on you, Dave, to get that. Go get that Bel Air, man. Let me ask you this though: is it a post car or is it a hard top? Because I mean, that kind of makes a difference if you're going to gas it. You know, not to say you are, but all right, cool. I hear you, Ranch. I hear you. Like I say, dude, I'm a first time. at this. I've never built a car before. I am straight up a rookie. But I kind of felt like, I wanted to have a mix. And I don't know if my combination, if I picked it wrong, man, maybe I'll have to make a change. Like I said, though, my buddy that lives right, he's the guy that pulled this up to Pottstown to get it blasted for me. He's got a '68 Camaro, and he's got 488s in his with the same transmission. Now he's got a 427 big block, similar numbers. He doesn't have any problems. His is fully tubbed though. He's got his is back half. The cool thing about his car though, you would never know it unless you looked in the back. When you look from the side, you can't tell. He kind of masked it and disguised it, so it's kind of cool. So on the side, it kind of looks like a sleeper, but if you look from the back of it, you don't want to mess with it. Yes, I agree, Fiona. Post. It's got to be a post. Yep. Yep. I hear you. I hear you. But you know what? Car parts and selections, though, Chevelle Ranch, it's just like everything else. One man, what's great to one person is not even close for somebody else. Everybody has their own thing. I mean, at a minimum, this car isn't going to get pushed around by anybody, I don't think. Maybe I don't have the perfect combination. Maybe first gear, I don't need it that much. Maybe I'll start off in second gear. I just know when I get to fifth gear at 70 miles an hour, my RPMs are going to drop down to like 1,800 RPMs, which is fine by me. Hard top, yeah, no post. I'd keep it. I'd just keep it as a regular Bel Air then if you're going to do it. Because they say I'm not. I've seen gassers that are hard tops. It's just they claim you want that post. It gives the car a little more stabilization for the gasser. But I have seen hard top gassers. In fact, there's one for sale over in New Jersey. It's on Marketplace, and it's at one of them consignment places. And they started off asking like 65,000 for it. Now they're down to around 45,000, and it's got like a real bright red interior. It's got Jack Daniels number 7 on the side of it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. And it's a really cool car. Not to say anybody's got 40 grand or 50 grand laying around, but you can still check it out. No, today will be the day I can't find it, right? Yeah, I can't find it. Maybe somebody bought it. They might have taken it off. I know it was there like 3 days ago. Now I can't find it. Oh well. I like the seats on it. It was cool. It's kind of like it was real bright red but metallic, and they called it a speedboat. It was like a material you would see, a vinyl that you would see on like a speedboat, and it was really cool. You don't see it like that every day. But they were asking way too much for the car. It had a couple issues where there was like cracks up where like they used to fill it in with lead, where they put the package tray to the fender to the inner quarter. It just kind of looked a little suspicious to me. That's right, Lynn. If it makes you happy, that's all that matters. My car makes me happy. I'm in there, man. I look out at the garage and I just smile because I know what's in it with my 456 gears. That's awesome, Fiona. That's a nice piece of property too, man. I can't wait to see you take. I want you to take me some pictures when you're getting that 40 by 60 pole barn or whatever it is you chose. Put on there, man. That's going to be exciting. Yeah, yeah, you can do it with a hard. Like I said, that hard tops. I've seen them gassed, but it's not recommended. My car come with the seats? No. Chris, when I tell you all I got was a shell and a frame and the back glass. That's all I got. Nothing else. There was nothing else to the car. I'm just getting it piece by piece, man. Like I told you guys before, like Johnny Cash, one piece at a time. I hear you, Fiano. I hear you. I was just talking about you yesterday to the wife because she's like, well, how's your Australian buddy doing? I said, well, he's running back and forth. I said, I'm gonna get a fishing pole out on 95 and I'm gonna hook you and reel you in one day to help me with this back glass. You shoot up and down 95 enough, that's for sure. That's awesome, dude. Are you going to drive it to Kentucky? Are you going to drive it to Kentucky, or are you just going to pull it with the new puller you got, new truck? Yeah, I was going to say, man, you're going to eat up some gas. Dude, you got to take that thing out for a joyride like you did on that car that you had over in Australia. Oh, you're not, the Ford ain't ready to work yet? It looked good, man. I was surprised how good a shape that frame. Yes. See that, Piano? I was telling you, man. When you was cruising out Holden over in Australia, that was a fun video to watch, man. You know, every time you got into gas, the front come up a little bit. You can see the people coming out, some liking it, some getting a little agitated. Put a little holder up on the dash or whatever you do, and find somewhere where nobody's around and get on that thing a little bit. Video it. Just going over, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. I'm trying to, believe it or not, my brain's already 5 steps in front. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do next. And I got a lot of second and third favorite cars. I like those little Chevy twos. So I might do a truck. My wife wants a pickup truck. Maybe I'll do her a truck. Oh man, take it easy, Dale. Thanks for stopping by, brother. I'll be looking for that next video. Be fun to see what he's working on next. He's got like 10 projects going at once. See, I can't get past one at a time. Be afraid to, you lose track of one. Like we know a guy, he had a build going on, and then he bought a race car. He started putting all his time and money on the race car, and then his project just sat. I can't do that. I gotta see this through. Hmm. Yeah, me too, Chris. I'm lucky I got that. For a high beam, low beam, mm, the old floor one won't work with that new halogen or whatever. The modern bulb. Is that what you're trying to say? That it because it seemed to me you'd want a high beam, low beam down on the floor for that car. There he is. High beam, low beam switch. Let me see here. Like out of an old Camaro or something. Hold on a second. See if I can. Can you see that, Dave? You put a hole in the floor and you just use your foot for high beam, low beam. The AC Delco one on Summit Racing would probably work for you. There's a couple different options, but if you go on like Summit or Jegs, I don't know which one you prefer. Even Amazon, if you go on Amazon, put in high beam floor switch, they'll come up. That all the old, 50, 60, 70 cars, that's where it was. Nowadays, it's up on the turn signal thing or something else, but the old floor switch is the way to go. Yeah, they'll have them on Amazon. It should work. Yep, stock GM. Yep. Mike being a smarty pants. Hey, Mike, did you see my app for my little 13 millimeter wrench that I used to tighten up, or 3/8 rather, tighten up my header bolts? The app said grunting, and then it would pick it up, and it worked. I was digging that swap meet too, brother. I mean, they haven't had nothing around here. Nothing. Everything's still kind of in turmoil. It's like I can't wait to get out of work every day wearing that mask on my face all day. It sucks. I actually got one of them full helmets with supplied air because it like after having the mask on with my beard, then the hair starts tickling at my nose. Mm. Let's see here. Put a little tinfoil on one side of it like you did on the old antennas when you used to watch TV. That'll work for you, Mike. Did you pick up anything cool with the swap meet? I mean, you brought us along for the ride for about, I don't know, what was it, 16, 17 minutes? But I was like, when I was done watching, I'm like, I wonder if Mike bought anything. You couldn't leave that place empty handed. I'd have spent all day there. Parts galore. I haven't been to a swap meet in over a year, dude. Jonesing. I know. I need all the interior garnish molding. I got to get that. I want to get that. I just want to start buying stuff and stashing it. Like I said, I got the full wiring harness in the house. I'm going to do the dash before I do that, but I want to finish up all the rough metal work first. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I used to, just save up and just bring a roll with you, man. Sometimes they'll tell you this much money, but then you pull out a couple smaller and they'll take it. Sometimes you got to wait till the end, though. They don't want to haul it home. You go early in the morning, it's not going to be great deals. Mid-afternoon, you start getting real good deals. Rear view mirror, head. Cool. Nice. You see any full garnish molding sets there, Mike? I saw you looking at the trunk, that trunk lid. I saw you looking at that. You stopped and you looked at it again. I saw you looking at that. All right, check it out. Ranch, let me know. Because I mean, I have nothing. But that's kind of the fun of it, hunting the stuff down. But then this virus happened, it's like kind of like discovering stuff. Hey, I need that, but no. And I'm only like 2 hours from Carlisle, man. That's what really sucks. I'm hoping they'll start having some stuff. I think they had a couple little things. Everything. I don't have anything. Like I have nothing. I have the side glass that I bought. Fiano turned me on to the vendor and gave me the part numbers. So I have the rubber for the side glass to hold it in, and I got the side glass. That's it. I gotta get garnish molding. I'll get it when I get it. I have nothing. And I think for the back, I'm not getting a back seat. I'm gonna do mine like Fiano did on that last video he had when he was doing that 55 for that other guy. I'm just gonna vinyl or rug the back of mine. I'm gonna have a roll bar for now. We'll see how fast it goes. If it hooks up, see if I got to get more. But I'm going to start with a roll bar. Isn't a roll bar good for 10 seconds and up? Because I don't think I'm going to be that fast. It's like, what's the cutoff when you have to have more than a roll bar? Under 10 seconds or under 11 seconds? Do you guys know the rules? All right, I'll check it out, Mike. I shop on eBay. $10.99. Thank you, Chevelle Ranch. I don't think I'll be that fast. I don't know. I got a 500 horsepower big block with 456 gears and a 5-speed transmission with 30-inch tall tires. How fast is it going to go? I don't know. Maybe 12, maybe 11, 5. I don't know. If I break under that, then I guess I'll have to get more points on the cage. Quarter. Would like to do the old school. All right. I was thinking for my safety belts, I'm just going to get the harness that just kind of I guess you choke it around the back harness. You choke it around the bar going across, you just kind of, you don't have to bolt it on. You just kind of slip it through and like a choker and then click it in the front. I mean, I don't want to have to, I'm hoping I don't have to like climb in the car or climb over a bunch of bars. I don't want to be doing all that. I'm too old. Nice. Full frame, you weld right to the frame, right? You put a steel pad and then just weld the roll bar right to the put a hole in the floor and weld right to the frame on a full frame car. Yeah, I'm gonna get a wrap. Chevelle, that's the word I was looking for. I want to just wrap it, tuck me in nice. I was watching. I found a new channel today that I was watching. Maybe you guys already know it. Like I think it was called Uncle Tony's or something. And he was doing gassers, and they had the gasser mafia guy they were interviewing. He was pretty cool. They were talking about they don't really have a whole bunch of roads. You can build what you want and come and have fun. That's kind of like what I want to do. I don't want to get into a bunch of strict rules and all that stuff. I just want to go and have fun, be able to street drive it. There it is. See, I'm gonna have to pick your brain there, Chevelle. That's all right, Fiano. You didn't miss much, just me babbling. I definitely will, brother. I appreciate that, man. Because like I said, I'm going to street drive mine, but when I go to the track, I don't, I want to be legit. I don't want to get thrown off after one pass, How do you do that, Mike? Because once you put the roll bar in and you're through the floor, I guess do you make the opening at the frame big enough for it to come through? And you'd have to go a heck of a lot higher than to just pull a frame out. That's for sure. Did you do anything on that midget yet, Mike? Who's going to be street legal first, Chris or Mike? Because I'm way behind. I ain't going to be as quick as you guys. I'm hoping by spring I'll be able to at least put a sticker in the window, but I doubt it. Probably be summer, especially working on that house. Yeah, I want to be legit. It's like I said, Cecil's like an hour, not even an hour from me, so I can be able to jet down there and have some fun. And I want to be on good terms where I'm allowed to just come in and have some fun. I don't want to, you don't want to tick the people off that run the place. Figure if I go in there legit, then they'll be cool. They were really nice to me when I had my street Camaro down there. I went testing tune one night and they let me run it down there. They were funny. They're up there pulling on my T tops. They're not gonna fly off and put glass on my track, are they? No, sir. Yeah, looking good. Yep. Yeah. That's why I said I don't know how fast I'm really gonna go. We'll see. You got a lot going on right now, Fiano. You'll get it going. I mean, look at the big transition you're making right now. Man, that's a heck of a move. Selling your house and all your stuff and then buying a big property and getting the house put together. It's a lot going on at one time. I got a McLeod clutch for mine, Chris. And yeah, I know, brother. I chose to try to go with you seen like Mike too. Hydraulic throwouts the way to go, man. You ain't got to worry about all that crazy linkage. You just get a little, master cylinder. And they sell a bunch of different ways to do it. I still haven't figured out which one I want to do yet. You can modify the pedals you have. They make like a modification kit you buy, and you modify your foot pedal so that it'll operate a master cylinder, or you can they got where you could buy a pedal kit that's the pedal and the master cylinder already ready to go, and you just bolt it on. I was kind of like looking at both. I mean, I'm a little down the road on that, but I was looking at it. Mike could probably tell you a little bit more. He's already got his going. All right, let me ask you this, Chevelle. So let's say I just go with a roll bar for now, and then the car ends up breaking 1099. Can I still just get one of those cages that surrounds the driver? What are those called? Or do I have to get a whole bunch of more points after that? They got those uh, where it's just around the driver. All right. Well, you got your vision, Chris. Do what you got to do, brother. Make shifting nice or what, Fiona? Oh, okay. Do you like the way it shifts with the hydraulic, Fiona? Okay. Yeah. See, everybody's got their idea for that. Yep. That's cool. That's cool. But when the rest of us are shifting and your Z bar broke off or bent and your cotter pin dropped out, you'll be underneath of it and we'll be like driving around shifting. All right. That's great, man. We all got high hopes, Chris. My car needs a bath. Look at all that dust laying on it. Mm-mm-mm. Yep. Mine let go on me on my Z28. It was a T10 4 speed, and it had the Z bar in there, and I'm jamming. And my wife she was a big softball player back in the day. That girl made the newspaper almost every week. I'm not kidding you. And her and her girlfriends were in a big tournament, and I went and I drove down, and one of her girlfriends that didn't play wanted to go for a ride in my Z28 because I kept driving by the field real slow. And so she jumped in, and it's the first time I ever took somebody for a ride. I made it about 2 miles away, and the Z bar broke. So yeah, I don't like them. Now you guys go ahead and old school. I'm just going to put a feeler up in there and shim until that pilot bearing's perfect, or not pilot bearing. I mean throw out bearing's perfect, and they just use a master cylinder in and out. Two little hoses coming out the side. Nice. The only person that's going to know that's what the difference is the person who built it, brother. When you're sitting at a stoplight, you're still old school in a 55. Well, it is what it is. If I got to put another seal, what'd you end up doing, Mike? Did you have to put new seals, or did you just get you got a whole new bearing? I'm wondering if you just nicked that O-ring when you was putting it on, maybe, or do you think you pushed the pedal in too far before you had to stop? You were talking about that last week. So I try to learn from other people watching and see what you guys got going on. How you doing, Jamie? Thanks for stopping in, brother. I appreciate it, man. Cool. Mine came with the kit from Speedway Fiano, so I don't even know what brand. I just know that I still have. They gave me a whole bunch of shims. I didn't need a whole bunch. I mean, I measured it just like they did. I measured it twice. I can't remember now. I got the directions somewhere. They wanted X amount of uh, space between it, and I had a field gauge. Okay, okay. Sometimes, sometimes like whenever they tell you to, oh, is a specific O ring for that, find a hydraulic joint, around. We got like a place. It's about 10 miles from here. You go in there, man. You can buy a whole kit. Excuse me. You could buy a whole O-ring kit. You usually can find the one you need right in the kit. I mean, I don't know, but see, you got to watch sometimes the material too. What kind of material? How you doing, JJ? Thanks for stopping in. I was, yeah, Mike. Now that you say that, that makes sense. Yep. I'm thinking. I don't know. I was like, I was going to open up my. Fiano, you might know the answer to this. I was going to open up my wiring harness kit just to look at it because I got like switches that came with my transmission, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to change something there because it's a Tremec 5 speed, and I got that American Auto Wire Tri 5 setup. So I don't know. I mean, I never wired a car, so I'm just guessing if I'm going to have to change something when I do bust that kit out. I got like the neutral safety switch on a Tremec, and then I also have the for reverse, so the reverse lights come on the tail lights. I'm just curious how that's going to go. I might have to change something around. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever come up against, a Tremec on a Tri 5 with that wiring harness that you suggested. Uh, what's it called? The American Auto Wire one. Don't need that stuff. I need that stuff. I want to be street legal, Chris. I mean, truth be told, man, I'm pretty close to where I could probably go to the track. I'd get a drive shaft cut and put a safety loop in there, man. I'm pretty close. I could probably go to the track and jam. Okay, I believe you. It's just like I never did it, so I don't know. I didn't even crack the box open. It's still sitting in the house with the glass. I'm just I'm just collecting parts right now, and my I know my neutral safety switch and the reverse light switch is in the top drawer of my box over there. I know where that stuff's at, but I just how it's going to be compatible, or I don't. One of the allures to me for the auto wire kit was everything's where it's supposed to go. It's for the Tri 5. It'll plug into the tail lights, headlights. That's another thing. I got that rollout tilt nose, so I got to figure out how to make the headlight work. I don't know if I have to unplug them every time I want to open it, or if I can, put a loop in the wires to where it'll be enough. All right, cool. I don't know. I think it's electric. I'm not sure. I'd have to get under there and look. I bought, like I said, Chevelle, I was buying stuff, and then I save every piece of information. And when I get ready to go do something, I go open the car folder, look at it, and I know what I got to do. I don't buy nothing until I look in the book. I've made one mistake buy so far: a radiator hose. I had to send one radiator hose back. Everything else I bought for the cars worked. I probably overthink stuff because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. I don't want to say I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a good welder. I can figure stuff out. But like when you get to the mechanicals, man, I just read the manuals. I look at what's available, and I ask questions from guys like Fiano, you. Yeah, but they make you have it at the inspection station, Chevelle. And like I said, I want to street drive mine. I'm spending a lot of time building this car and a lot of money. I want as much seat time as I can get. So I'm going to street drive it too. And be able to go to the car shows. You know, cool. That's good to know, Fiona. It's like that's the kind of stuff I worry about. I was like, I haven't opened the box yet, and I like to tackle things one at a time, but I'm always thinking about something else while I'm doing something. Yeah, I hear you, Jamie. Yep, just do it. I feel like that's the only way that I was ever going to get the car I really wanted. I've had hot rods, like I said, my last one was Z28, and I loved the car. It was a nice car, but this is what I've always wanted. I always wanted a 55, nothing else. Yeah, we got inspections. You have to get your regular every daily driver inspected in Pennsylvania once a year. They changed the safety inspection and they changed the registration. We used to have to do a registration every single year too, but they changed that to every other year. But then they just jacked the price up of the registration, so they still got their money and they just don't have to supply as many stickers. It's all flim flam scam for them to get money, man. But I'll tell you, it makes Pennsylvania cars a little more desirable because people, that are buying used cars, they know that car is receiving a safety inspection every single year. And I send mine to a reputable garage, like my buddies. I let them do all my stuff, man. They're good. Let me see, electrical or mechanical. I think I do, Fiano. I think it is. I think it is. Like I said, I'm going to have to go in and pull the car folder out. I could probably just go back and look at my video when I was bolting it up and see if it's there. But I think there's a provision for both. Nice. In Delaware, which is our neighbor, I'm like 5 minutes from the Delaware state line. In Delaware, you only have to get your car inspected once. Once it's inspected, it's done. Oh man, that's cool, Jamie. Now, do you got any videos up that I can go check out? Flatheads. You know what I like about flatheads? I worked at this little plastic manufacturing plant for a few years when I first got out of the service, and they ended up transferring me into the truck shop. And I don't know if you guys have ever worked on fork trucks, but they had these things called LT35s, and they had these Lincoln Continental flathead motors on them. They looked like little clown cars. They were tiny tow motors, and they were flatheads. There was no water pump. It had a radiator, but there was no water pump on these little four-cylinder motors. This is how old they were. They actually worked off of convection, and it worked. The only thing it was really rough. I'd have to change the fuel regulator a lot because it would heat would it had a bracket for a fan and a belt right off the crank that turned the fan, but no water pump, and it would just blow through the radiator, and the heat would rise in the radiator, and that's what kept the water or radiator fluid circulating in there. It was really neat, and but the fuel regulator would frost up because it wouldn't go fast enough because another water pump. It worked, but it only worked for a few months, and then you'd have to change the diaphragms. Because they modernized it. It used to be gasoline, and they switched everything to propane, even them little LT35s. But anyway, back to the flatheads, the valves. When they foul, you just take the head off, and I'd put the valve in like in a drill, and I'd get some compound and just go real slow and hone them back in, drop them in, put a new head gasket on, and away they'd go. And I wasn't no motorhead, but they didn't have anybody else to work on these things, so I kind of figured stuff out as I went. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. They're like, I think Lincoln Continental made them. And they were like from the 40s and 50s. They were like a little four-cylinder motors, little 35 horsepower. Pigtail on the shifter. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Jamie, check them out. I mean, you can look it up on. I guess it'd be on the internet. I mean, it was an LT. I believe it was an LT 35 Lincoln Continental motor, and there was no water pumps on those things. I found that fascinating, man. You guys are lucky not having inspections. Okay, cool. Yeah, they were real easy to hone them valves back in with some compound. All right, take it easy, Chevelle Ranch. Have a good time, man. I don't think Chris is leaving. I think he was saying goodbye to Chevelle Ranch. Yeah, your window winders came out real nice, Chris. I still have all mine. I'm not going to use them on the back, but I was thinking about. I'm still on the fence on the front. I mean, I kind of like that uh, blacktop thing where they slide them back. But I don't know, man. Other people's already done it. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm probably going to end up rebuilding mine and going with the window winders too, but I'm not sure. I still got time to think about it. I went with the stationary. I like the way Fiano did those back glass on that car he did. And that sold me right there. I didn't want window winders in the back. All right, cool. Let me check this. How far into Kentucky are you moving, Fiano? Are you going to be fairly close to Louisville, where they have the Tri Fives, or are you going to be further out? Oh, that's cool. I got that photo, dude. Thank you. All right. That ain't too bad. You got a less of a trip than I got. Yeah. Yeah. I was just checking it out. I'll let anybody call me anything they want, Mike, as long as it's not late for dinner. I'm the same way. Blue Yellow, thanks for stopping in, man. I was hoping you'd stop by. How's it going, brother? Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. See, it's kind of weird. I'm from Western Pennsylvania near Pittsburgh, but I've lived out here in Eastern Pennsylvania because this is where my wife's from for the last 20, 30 years, you might as well say. I spent 2 out in California, but yeah, I'm in east northeastern Pennsylvania right now, but I'm originally from Western Pennsylvania. That's why I just say call me a Pennsatuckian. I actually have people in Kentucky, by the way, Try Five. A couple people anyway. Yeah, but David, I'm a Yinzer, originally from Western PA outside of Pittsburgh. They call us Yinzers. That's cool, Jamie. Radiator. I'm from Western, but I picked up some of the traits over here, so it's kind of a cross. You know, it's really messed up. When I was a kid, my mother and father were divorced, and my father lived in Texas. So I'd spend a couple months in Texas, and I'd pick up some of that, and it'd mix in with the Pennsatucky, and nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. Excuse my language, I don't cuss on here. It'd take a while, and it all kind of meshed together. Okay, that's cool, David. Who are you close to, Lynn? Me? I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm a lot further away from from Canada. Aren't you Canada? Weren't you saying that you and Larry, your guys are in Canada, right? Well, I guess close enough. Yeah, I mean, close enough, I guess. But I got Jersey up through New York and hop away. Yeah, it's not too bad. I really don't, David. I haven't decided on a picture on a color yet. You know, that 5 foot nothing Italian in the house will get some say on it. You know, I just happy to have a '55 Chevy. I mean, I'd be happy with just a satin black, but see, everybody's satin black. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's going to have hand painted stuff on it, like my wife practicing on that door over there. So it's going to have like, it's going to have that old school feel, So it's not going to be $1 million paint job, whatever color we decide and land on. But the interior is going to be black just because it's a accessible material and everything goes with black. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Lynn. Yeah. My my buddy from high school, Matt, he's always putting stuff on Facebook, man. He drives the big rigs all over the place, man. He's always taking pictures and showing us where he's at and stuff. It's kind of cool. That's a hard life, man. It's kind of fun finding out what everybody else is working on too. I found my 55 on Craigslist, and it was in northern Jersey. And I went and I met this biker, big biker guy. His buddy died, and he was selling it for the widower. His buddy died. It was one of his closest friends, and it was right in the middle of a barn, and there was no doors. It was one of them long barns. It was at least 80 feet long. I'm not exaggerating it. Both ends of the barn were open, and when I was in there looking at it, there were sheep and goats in there on both sides, and they were screaming at me while I was in the barn. Well, my son was with me when we drove in there, and it's like we went and met the guy at his biker shop. And I think it was called, believe it or not, Chris, I think it was called Ironhead or something like that. I'd have to go back and look. And the guy's name was Wally. He was a real big dude. Me and my son are following him in this old truck. It was all rotted out. We're driving up through the woods, and Jonathan's like, "Man, I hope he isn't going to mug us and take our money." And yeah, we ended up going up there. They were really nice people. I looked at the 56. He had a really nice. His 56 was a little more complete. It had a 327 in it, and it had a old school tilt nose that came with it and everything like that. But I wanted the 55. I don't think it would have mattered because, man, you guys saw the first video on this thing. It was that guy, like, he bought gallons of mud and he sculpted the car because there was nothing underneath of it. But I found it on Craigslist, David. I didn't see him yet, Mike. I'll have to check him out. Yep, rattle can flat black. Yep. That's cool. Hey man, that's that. The Navy taught me how to do it, Jamie. My father taught me how to tack weld. He had his own weld business. I was like 12. I've been breathing that stuff since I've been 12. But yeah, when I got into the service, I was in the R1 division welder, and I spent most of my time in the 11 Alpha doing structural. But I did get some pipe experience, and when they needed extra pipe welders, they'd move me over to the 26 Alpha in the Navy. That's the pipe shop, high pressure steam. Yeah, so I've been fabricating my whole life, building. So we got the same background, man. That's cool. I'm glad I got one too. Well, you ought to get yourself one, Chris. Finish the 55. Gonna gonna need more garage space though. Yeah, I work in a tissue mill now, Jamie. I for my first almost 14 years there, I was in their powerhouse, and I was a welder, welded on high pressure steam lines and stuff like that. But they because it was a coal fired plant, they shut it down. They wanted to go, my company wanted to go green, so now they put in these gas turbines, and I'm watching them tear this. Everything I worked, they're just tearing it down like it was nothing. It's crazy to watch. Them big hydraulic scissor machines just cutting it up like it's nothing. That's cool, Jamie. My buddy from high school actually had a fabrication business. He ended up selling it and retiring at our age. He did really well, and he used to do all that wrought iron gates and like what do you want to call it, the handrails and things like that. I'm sure you guys will be fine, Larry and Lynn. I'm sure you'll be fine. Yeah, me too, Blue Yellow. Me too. Well, I'm not paper mill. I work there's a paper mill, but I actually work in the warehouse on the palletizing machines. But you can sign up for overtime to work in the paper mill. It's just hot and wet, steamy. That's cool, Chris. Yeah, the pulp. When the pulp gets rotten, yeah, it's pretty stinky. Wow, that's you're like in a like a real paper mill, Blue Yellow. I mean, I am too, but we buy our pulp already baled. Where they just debale it and put it in the pulpers. You guys actually bring the trucks in. Where you make we make tissue, toilet tissue. What do you guys make, like office paper? Buddy of mine at work, he used to live in Erie, and he worked in a paper mill, and they had their own like setup like that where they bring their own logs in, and they'd have what they call that licorice and everything else, where they make their own pulp and then make the paper out of the pulp that they made. That's cool. That's cool, Blue Yellow. Mike, are you going to paint yours yourself? I see you got a buddy coming over there. That's nice. You got somebody that knows how to work mud. I'm going to learn. Yeah, I was watching all that cross hatching stuff. I'm trying to figure it out. All right, don't be long, blue yellow. I'm getting ready to cut it out. I gotta get up early tomorrow. I'm gonna go over and wire on that house some more. And I'm gonna come home, take a nap, and come out here and enjoy myself for a while and play around on the car. Although I might have to skip tomorrow. Yeah, I know the dust. I'm not looking forward to that. I mean, I shouldn't. I want to go over the whole car because if you look down this, it's straight, but the panels are so long and the stamping, even though it's brand new, and I took extra care, you could just kind of see. And everybody where I read, they're like, yeah, you still gotta put like a thin set on it and crosshatch the whole car out. We'll see. My buddy Mike. I'm hoping I get a little help from him. He'll set me straight. Guy down the street. That's cool. Well, you got that background then, buddy. What color, Mike? You gonna do the whole thing yellow, or are you gonna mix it up? Welcome back, buddy. Mm-mm-mm. Um, I sure hope I don't twist that body, Mike. And I'm not going to put a lot on there. I took all the time to change the metal. I mean, there'll be a little more up front than there is in the back on that front clip till I get that straightened out. I got to see what's going on there. Yeah, a lot of people, like I said, everybody. I might end up in satin black, but like I said, I got a 5 foot nothing Italian in the house. She'll push me around. She'll probably pick a color or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I said, Jamie. That's why I took a break from. I mean, the sheet metal. It was just driving me mad. I needed a break from it. So that's why I started playing around just to fire up the motor for fun and have a little bit of fun on here. And now I got it over there every once in a while. I could just tickle my fancy and go over there and light it off for a minute. If that's what you want, Mike, you ought to just do it, man. Make a plastic tent in that shop of yours. Just go for it, man. You can sand any paint job and make it look decent. That's what I'm told. As long as you're dealing with a straight body. I hear you, brother. What I really want to get back on is my suspension, and I got to get more weight in it first because I really want to get these ladder bars cleaned up. I want to show them, man. I want them to be visible, and I can't wait for that. I want to get the drive shaft in there. It's getting kind of late, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I really appreciate you guys coming out. I really do. And we're going to do this every Friday, provided I'm home and not stuck at work or something like that. So I'm going to try to get a video out Sunday or Monday. I hope you all check it out. And I'll see everybody next time, man. Take care, everybody.